Hi there, and welcome back to Tools for Self-Improvement. I'm Roxana, your coach and psychologist, and today we are going to focus on the question, are we stuck on the negative? So we're going to talk about the negativity bias, what is it and how does it affect our lives? The negativity bias is a psychological phenomenon that explains how and why our view of the world tends to lean towards the negative. So we have a tendency to give more power to negative things as opposed to the positive or neutral ones, and our brains have a natural tendency to overreact to bad things and to overestimate how bad those things really are. Now you might be wondering, why is this happening? And the answer is simple. Our negativity bias is a product of our evolution. We need to be able to perceive very quickly potential dangers and threats so that we can respond again very quickly in order to protect ourselves and ensure our survival. So the fact that we are skewed towards seeing negative things quickly, fast, and with priority is an important survival mechanism that has served us well for many, many years. Now, it also has an impact in our lives nowadays in many, many different areas. So let's see, how does the negativity bias manifest in our lives in the present? Well, first of all, we can see the negativity bias's impact in the way we process the environment. Our attention will focus more on the negative information that it receives as opposed to the neutral or positive one. We also see it in our emotions. We have more negative emotions than we do positive ones. They are more intense and tend to stay with us longer. When it comes to our memory, we are able to recall negative experiences quicker, in more detail, and with more clarity, and that remembering those negative experiences will have a bigger emotional impact than if we remember positive experiences. The negativity bias also explains why it's so difficult to change first impressions, and it also gives us valuable information about why traumatic experiences are so difficult to overcome and why they can stay with us for such a long period of time. We also see the negativity bias in how we learn. We tend to learn better and quicker from punishment than we do from reward, and we learn more from negative experiences and outcomes than we do from the positive ones. We also base our decisions more on negative information than we do positive data, and the negativity bias plays an important role in our relationships, where we need a 5-to-1 ratio. That means I need 5 positive interactions to overcome for a negative one in my relationships. So giving all this information about the negativity bias and its impact in our lives, the question is now, what can we do about it? So it's important to remember that it's very easy for us to go from good to bad, not so easy to go from bad to good and to make the reverse effect. So that means that I actually have to put a conscious effort in to restore and maintain the balance of positive to negative in my life. And I can do that through many, many different strategies, but one of the most important ones is raising my self-awareness. So I need to be able to know when I'm starting to lean more toward the negative as a general state in my life. And that means I need to be connected to my thoughts and my emotions, so I catch myself quickly when I tend to dwell so much more on the negative. I can do this through many different strategies, one of which is journaling. And if you need a resource to start to put journaling into practice as a daily thing, daily activity, I'm going to link that for you in the description. We can also do that by checking in with ourselves, which is a 5-minute strategy that can help us improve the relationship with ourselves and feel more connected to what's going on with us. Another important strategy is the practice of gratitude. And I can talk about gratitude because it's such an important part of or should be such an important part of our daily life, and it can bring so many positive benefits to our emotional health, to our mental health, and even to our physical health, and of course to our relationships. So if you need some inspiration in how to practice gratitude, you can check out my article about the art of showing appreciation. And of course, another important part in maintaining this balance is cultivating positive emotions. So making sure that no matter what's going on in my life, I have a chance to experience positive emotions and to have positive hormones in my body. And sometimes in more difficult periods when we are faced with a lot of negative things, it can be hard for us to find resources to do that, or it can be hard for us to allow ourselves to be happy or to experience something positive because we might think it's not the right moment or it's inappropriate. And so that's something that we should look towards and reevaluate and see how we can bring more positive emotions in our lives. The idea for today is the negativity bias is something that we're genetically programmed to have. So our minds, our brains will tend to look towards the negative, and our responsibility towards ourselves is to try to put some strategies in place to help us maintain the positive to negative balance in our lives. If you have any questions about this, please get in touch and let's talk about it. And until next time, I'm going to leave you with my kind reminder to invest in your emotional health.